Welcome back to Wethinks.
Welcome back to Wethinks. I know we took a little break. Again,
sorry, it was like unannounced.
Okay.
Sorry,
right.
We've been busy. We've been hanging out with family, and I did want to address this on the podcast. Me addressing this as if anyone involved in this conversation is going to see it, but there has been some bitching about the podcast. I went home for Thanksgiving. At Thanksgiving dinner, I was talking about how my sister, who is 16, just recently turned 16, about how she is like vlogging nonstop on her Instagram story. I was like,
she's loving that. Like, she's loving that.
Really annoying. And then my mom was like, it's just the age. Like, you had that podcast, which is the age we were when we started Wethinks. And to be fair, they do not know Wethinks has resurfaced for now. Knock on wood. But my dad was like, yeah, it really was just a nothing podcast.
Like, I don't know why he had to be
And then
mean.
he said it again. And I looked at Jaden and I was like, and then he was like, really just a nothing podcast.
Like, that's mean as fuck.
Guys, Burp Not Funny has, like, it's like Burp Not Funny Gate times two.
Exactly.
The first time we ever came out with an episode, we like sent like a preview to like some of our friends as like a joke, and it was a compilation of like us burping, because I was like, ew, this is disgusting. Like, listen,
I'm getting deja vu.
Listen to how much we have burped, and this like it's like a compilation. Okay, we were 15, 16, not funny.
No, not funny.
But our podcast was like decent. Like, we were just having fun, and
it was literally just like.
I don't even think we ended up posting that first episode. Like, I think we scrapped it. But we kept, like, the compilation of us burping.
Right. To be like, haha, guys, this is the best podcast ever as a joke.
Yeah, like, haha, guys, listen to these amazing quality
and let's just
podcasters.
say some bunnies didn't find it very funny.
And there was Burp Not Funny Gate.
Burp Not Funny
where
Gate.
some of our now ex-friends were hating or haters. And so, honestly, all of this is to say that we are the underdog, and we are honestly really hated.
Where the fuck is Jingle?
He's still in my room because he flew over there.
He got too tired. He didn't want to move.
From Thanksgiving, and Grayson got back a day before me.
Yeah.
And Jingle had moved. This is miraculous. Like, maybe he's scared of me and he's scared to move.
I don't know.
But while I was gone, he moved. And honestly, he was sleeping in my bed. There's a picture.
I'm sure he was having so much fun and, like, really moving around the whole time we were gone.
Also, to explain the setup, we were just trying to show off our Christmas tree.
Right, we want to show off our tree.
So we are
Merry
like a
Christmas,
little bit
everybody.
like...
Merry Christmas.
It's a little jank.
Merry Christmas.
It actually takes me aback. So, like, Christians were always saying for many years, like, oh my God, they're trying to make Merry Christmas a bad thing. But people, like, my argument was always like, no, like, it's just like, you can say Merry Christmas, but like also like Happy Holidays, like, it's a mix of both. Like, no one's trying to stop saying Merry Christmas.
You can say Merry Christmas if you would like.
Now, like, it actually really it's actually really jarring when someone says Merry Christmas. It's like feels very targeted, and so I fear that Christians like have come full circle, and exactly what they feared is going to happen has happened. I don't know what the reason for it is. I don't really want to unpack that, but like my piano teacher the other day was like, Merry Christmas to every single person, and she has said many a time that she'll be praying for me.
She's putting the cars back in Christmas. Honestly, like, if no one else will, she will. Like,
that is one thing.
She's
about
doing
college.
God's work.
College is like, you have like two very different sides of the spectrum, because it's like one of your professors will be like, fuck y'all, I'm gonna extend your grade, and be like cursing and like being very unprofessional and a little bit like corny, and then the other professor will be like kind of breaking rules in the opposite way, like being like,
you never know what you're gonna get.
I will be praying for you guys. I brought homemade cookies. Like, it's just like professors are just interesting human beings. I don't know. I don't really have any crazy stories about any of my professors, but there's been a phenomenon lately of me discovering the ages of my peers who were in my classes. And like, if real ones will remember, like, there was this one guy who like we discovered was old as fuck, but there's been more. Ended up being 23. I also found out this one guy in all of my freshman classes is 24, about to turn 25. And then this girl who's been like, I knew she was older because she's a transfer student, but I thought she was only transferred like a year. Yeah. You know, because like, it's just not that common to have transfer students from like 3 years in. She is 21. So it's just strange because obviously going into college, you don't expect, like, I never expected there to be, I mean, I knew there would be people that were old here, right? And I knew there would be graduate students, but I think I expected, first of all, for it to be easier to pick apart, like, who is what, but also, like, everyone just looks 18. And I'm like, you guys are old as fuck. Young. But you guys have baby faces. So honestly, good for you guys. And like, I just feel ridiculously young. And I like when I'll find out someone is really old, I'm like, what the fuck you mean you were born in 1999? And it just feels very strange. And I was telling Jaden this last night. I was like, it's a wonder that I came. It's a miracle that I came into college, like, not single.
Yeah, that just would have been a little bit scary.
Because, like, I cannot imagine trying to deal with that, like, here. Like, what the fuck you mean all of my peers are very old? Like, that is just not, I'm not about that.
Well, I like when they're, like, 30 plus and, like, you can tell that they're old and they walk around with their backpack on. Like, I'm really, like, I
honestly,
really love that.
Also, we do,
like, that's sweet.
Commuter campus, so there is, like, a lot of people who are getting later in life degrees, and I don't know that I would say it's sweet, but only because I have this one man in my class who's so old, and he wears his military backpack, and he is just always going to be, like, loudest, like,
right.
He's always going to be talking with the professors, always going to be, like, inserting himself everywhere.
He is getting that education. Honestly, like, he's really getting in there.
It is, like, his third degree, so I don't feel like, because it's like, by this point, settle down, get a job.
He's had his turn.
That's kind of how I feel about my parents. My mom was a teacher. She got a teaching degree. She was a teacher for, like, 4 years, and then she went back to get a library degree. Get this, because my grandma wanted to get a library degree, but she didn't want to do it alone, so my grandpa was going to pay my mom to go to college with my grandma and get a library degree.
I didn't know that's why they
And she never used it. She never has used it. I mean, now, no. For a while, for, like, 1 year, she did, like, an archive sort of position at this church. But
wow,
she has not used it ever. My grandma, like, she's still, like, low-key a librarian, and she was a librarian for many a year. So it's, I mean, good on her for getting that degree. Because she was also a teacher.
Shout out to her. Love you so much. Shout out, love her. Love you so much.
She just texted the group chat. My mom was, like, letting her know of some events coming up, and she said, sorry, Mahjong just left. She loves Mahjong, bro. She has a Mahjong team, and they, like, literally meet up once a week. She also has Bunko, which I don't really know how to describe. It's, like, kind of like gambling for old ladies. That meets once a week, and she's also has, like, one other group of friends that gets together and, like, plays games.
That is
she
awesome.
Is honestly, like, literally old.
Socialite.
She's booked and busy. She is deaf and extrovert.
Oh yeah, for sure.
She'll just invite anyone over to her house.
I love her. Honestly, I've never met anyone like her ever in my life.
Me neither, except for maybe my mother.
A little bit. Like, she's really getting to that point, but, like, she's not there yet.
Yeah, I think you have to be a little bit, like, you have to be retired and you have to be, like, chill to be able to have that sort of, I don't know, that just sort of, like, blase-da.
Literally blase-da.
Jason and I have been saying that because we were watching season 7 of RuPaul's Drag Race, and if you haven't seen the clip, we can put it in.
Kind of flase-da, sort of like flase-da, sort of flase-da. It's the new hashtag.
But Pearl, who just found out she was the audience favorite of the season, which is crazy.
I just don't like,
because now rewatching, I'm like, oh, okay. But, like, when I watched it for the first time, I fucking hated her.
Well, there was too many damn twinks on the show that it was like, some of y'all, like, have to go. Like, some of y'all, I can't care about everybody
Miss
here.
Fame, I love Miss Fame. Watching it the first time, I was like, who is that? But now rewatching,
I could never remember
literally,
her.
baby, like, she just loves her chickens, and she's always gonna be, like, running her mouth. Like, she is so me. Like, that is my inner monologue, is Miss Fame. And she's gorge. She's gorge. I think she went home a little too soon, but I guess she made it kind of far. She went home right before top 6, I think.
Oh yeah,
or maybe top 5.
See, I would know because I don't even remember I remember she was there, but I don't know anything she did.
When we watched season 7, we were very sporadic about it too. So I wouldn't expect you to understand that. But Pearl inventing the word flazé-da is
Flazé-da.
just everything. Like, flazé-da queen. I found out that RuPaul has admitted to keeping Pearl on season 7 longer than she should have because she's a cute boy out of drag.
Rue.
Which is true. But I don't know that it maybe justified any of that.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Terror,
I do not know about that.
Yeah. I guess let me open my notes and we can get into some of our notes. It's been like 2 weeks of curating some notes.
Right. So. Well, I'm definitely putting in that clip of Flazé-da, but I gotta be real careful with the clips I put in now because, guys, we got shadow banned on the last episode. We got 18 views on the last episode. Which is just out of this world and crazy. So
hey, think about it, 18 people in a room, like that's a lot.
No,
of
it wasn't
people.
even 18 people. I think it was like maybe 10 individual viewers.
Okay, but 10 people in a room is still like no,
it's not very much.
Not at
but
all.
That it was because of the damn Brendan Urie first video on Instagram golden buzzer moment. From the golden buzzer moment when like everyone is cheering and there's the music in the back, that's what got me.
Wow.
I really got to be careful now.
Wow. Well, we are unveiling a new campaign.
Yes.
I think this is a good one to start with.
I think so.
It's called Hate Out Loud. So, I think for a while people were always saying, like, you should love out loud, like, be unafraid, like, love is love.
Right.
You know what? I love to hate. And I'm noticing a trend around these days.
Yeah.
No one is trying to hate out loud.
Everyone is scared.
Like, in high school, it was just such a free vibe. Like, everyone was so mean.
And it's not necessarily, like, always being mean to their face, but at least you're talking about it behind their back. Like, you're hating, like you're being hateful to, like, you're speaking about it to people.
If someone does something crazy, first of all, we'll do our little disclaimer we do every time. We would never be rude to someone who doesn't deserve it. If you're a nice person, if you're putting a good effort forth in your life, if you're, I don't know, cool, we're not going to be talking shit. But if you do something crazy, I think it deserves to be talked about.
I think so.
This girl dragged me and my, like this group of friends, I guess, that I have. There's, like, 2 girls of that. And, oh, my God, I can't speak.
It's okay.
I'm just really embarrassed by that.
It's okay.
There's like 3 of us, and we all like sort of sit together in one of our music classes. So afterwards, this girl was like, we had 10 minutes to get to the next class. She was like, I'm gonna get Starbucks, and we were like, girl. She said this like last time. It took us 30 minutes to get Starbucks. Luckily that time I didn't have a class to get to in 10 minutes, so we were fine. But like everybody knows, Starbucks takes 30 minutes at least.
Of course.
At least 30 minutes to an hour, and so. We get there, and she's like, it's okay, guys. Like, I'll just be late. We'll just be late. And I'm like, who's we? And my other friend, she's being shady. Like, she's being shady, and you know what? Deserved, because the girl's like, it's okay, we'll be late. And she's like, girl, you're going to be late. Like, we will be fine. And so they're being shady and passive-aggressive, which I'm not the biggest fan of. But personally, I like to put on, a neutral face. Like, I'll say something, but I'm not going to be passive aggressive. I'll just be honest. And so I was really trying to keep it in because I couldn't like read the conversation. I walk away and I'm trying to let it loose. Okay, I'm trying to let go of the reins a little bit.
Well,
and be
like when the other girl was already like being shady like that, like you
like,
would think
I didn't need to do
it would
that.
be the right time to speak.
Exactly. So I step away, and that girl was being shady already. So I'm being honest, and I was like, girl, don't you know it takes an hour for Starbucks? And I was still being nice. Like, I was still being, like, a nice sort of mean. Because I've never talked shit with this girl before. So I'm trying to feel the vibes. And I'm like, girl, like, don't you know? Like, come on. You did this last time. And my friend's like, yeah, I just really hope she gets to class on time.
I don't.
Well, I fucking don't. And I hope she fucking fails.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And it's like, there's just so many, like, I'm just noticing to people around me. I thought everyone was, like, really good friends with everyone here, naively, because no one was beefing out loud.
Right.
But now I'm, like, catching on, and, like, for me as a person, it's a little bit harder for me to read, like, social situations and like dynamics between people. So I'm a big fan of hate out loud because then I know who doesn't like who and like where everyone stands.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of telling the truth, and I'm a big fan of everyone being on the same page. But I'm finally catching on to the end of the semester. I'm finally catching on to like, oh, these bitches don't like her. Or, oh, I thought this girl was really nice, but actually she's really fucking fake. And see, if we were hating out loud, and
this wouldn't be
first
happening.
of all, I could gather information via gossip. That's an important feature of humankind, is gathering a little bit of information, like, you know, getting to know
natural.
Who do I avoid? Who has done something fucked up? Because I promise you, a lot of y'all have done fucked up things. Like, what should I avoid? What should I not talk about with this person? You know, it's a good way to get a good grasp and assimilate into a social group. And secondly, like, it's just fun. It's a release, bro. It's a release, okay? Because, you know, I've been working really hard, and I'm a really nice person to the people I really love. But I think when I have a little bit of an outlet of someone to be mad at, or a situation to be mad at, first of all, my life's so much more fun. But second of all, like, I don't direct all the anger inside at the people I love, because it's already being channeled through someone else.
I just feel like,
fucked up, but like, you just have to get it. Like,
like, it's just, life is just so boring without gossip. Like,
I know, and I
miss that
like,
so bad.
I just expected college to be like, I get to hear everyone else's gossip from home.
There's new people with new gossip,
but I'm not getting any of that.
Right.
I'm just getting like a lot of like, whatever. You guys are too scared about your image. Like, whatever.
Don't be afraid. Hashtag hate out loud.
Hashtag
spread
hate
the
out
word.
loud.
And also, going along with that, WWWD.
What would Wendy Williams do? Honestly, what would she do? Like, clap if you know what she would do.
That's good.
Because I've been thinking about that. Like,
yeah. And honestly, like, this is our time of need, and like, it's really difficult without her.
It's really hard without her, so it's up to us, it's up to the civilians
to carry on her
legacy. Exactly, and to carry on that mindset that she really provided a new perspective in our world and in our time. And I don't think people appreciated her enough.
Nope.
Another person people don't appreciate enough, Ethan Slater.
Well, here's the thing. First of all, we knew some of y'all would be switching up on him. Like, we knew some of y'all would be like, oh, wait, I kind of get it. But what's with the Ethan hate?
There's so much Ethan hate, and also
what's
just
going on?
Bach in general. Like, how did you not watch Wicked and be like, my baby?
Like, that's baby, that's baby.
And I love when he goes, because you are so beautiful. And I'm like,
let's dance.
He's so happy.
So cute.
Why would you hate
actually
him?
My
He's
baby.
so cute.
He's actually baby.
Like, oh my god, you guys don't get it. Like, Weston Corey gets it. And
he gets it, bro.
And I don't think you get Weston Corey unless you get Ethan Slater, because they go hand in hand. They are one and
you
the
can't
same.
have Ethan if you can't have West, and the same goes to both.
And there's like also Bach hate, and I just don't really get it, because he didn't really do anything wrong.
He really didn't do much wrong.
He was just sort of like trying to, I don't know. He was being nice. He has a good heart.
He has a good heart.
That's his whole character. He has a good heart, okay?
Of course.
And he really wanted Ariana. I just don't want to comment on any celebrity, like drama. I just don't give a fuck. And I've said that before, and I'll say it again. I don't care. I think scandal is a natural part of life. I think that's why we keep choosing celebrities. And so we want to see their scandal, and we want to laugh about it, okay? Like, don't act like, I don't know, your fucking brother didn't cheat on his girlfriend.
Yep.
That's what I have to say. Like, whatever. Like, since when do we ever look at celebrities for morality? Like, I just don't care. I look to you for entertainment, and that's it. And a lot of you, I hope you have a good time, and I hope you have a good life. But that's the extent of, I think, idolatry should come to. But yeah, tenors in general, okay, all together hate tenors,
of course,
but there are a chosen few.
Like, there are some of y'all where, like,
Oh, Andrew Barth Feldman, bro.
Oh my god,
That's
Andrew Barth
literally
Feldman.
baby. I literally crush him, bro. I crush Andrew Barth Feldman. He's literally baby. Oh my god.
Like, I
Can
just
we
don't
put a
know how
picture
to
of him
describe
on the
it.
screen?
Of course I'm going to put a picture of him on the screen.
Okay. And he goes along with Ethan Slater. I would like them both to be in something together. And they're
My goodness.
brothers,
They play
maybe.
brothers.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Cutest brothers ever, bro.
I can't really think of any other tenors that I love like that.
I can't really think off the top of my head,
but
but
guys, send them our way.
like, that's
okay?
my favorite. Like, they're my favorite. I don't know, like...
I love how we started with hating and now we're talking about love.
Well, like, this podcast is very nuanced. Like, you really never know what you're gonna
Exactly. Every take's going to be nuanced.
Mm-hmm.
I love Bianca Del Rio.
That's my uncle.
That's literally my uncle. And
That's my gay uncle.
It's literally hilarious, bro. Literally
I love her.
hilarious.
Like, anytime she speaks, like, I'm like, yes.
I don't know. Maybe on this podcast before I've said, like, I don't get it. To be honest, I don't think I have, but I wouldn't be shocked if I did, because before I didn't really get it.
I think you just didn't know. You said that you weren't.
I just don't know.
Right.
But watching her, like, she is
I
beautiful.
get it.
She is so beautiful.
Like, she's a great balance of, like, all of the great things about drag. I think she's a good balance.
I just love her.
I just love her.
She's hilarious, and she's literally mom. She's like the only like maternal
my
drag
God.
figure that like also eats.
Yeah, 100%.
Sorry about it.
And also, we would like to issue a formal apology to Adore Delano.
Oh,
Because, well, hold on. We were big haters.
I was a big hater
In All Stars 2.
because, mind you, that was our first impression of her.
Right.
All Stars 2.
And she was fucking
If you've
crazy.
seen All Stars 2, I swear to God, she's probably coked out. Like, I
Oh,
don't know
for
what
sure,
was going on.
for sure.
I did watch a video about it today, and basically, like, she was already in the middle of a big tour, and she was already really anxious and depressed, and she didn't think she was even gonna go to All Stars because she didn't want to be judged on stage. And then she shows up and everyone's like glamorous, and it's literally like the most stacked roster of any drag race season. And then like first episode she gets demolished with criticism because she doesn't look like everyone else. And she wanted to leave, I think, the first episode, but Fifi convinced her to stay.
Thank you, Fifi.
Thank you, Fifi. But yeah, Adore Delano is literally baby.
Like, again, like, that's baby.
We're watching season 6 right now, in case you can't tell, and it's just.
I'm just gonna
sweetie.
love when there's baby on screen, like,
Literally
except for
baby.
fucking Kennedy Davenport, literally looks like a baby, and not in a good, like, that's not baby. That's
I don't like
a
Kennedy Davenport.
ugly baby.
I just watched a video, TikTok of her calling a meme a mimi.
Are you serious?
Yes, let me pull it up. It's like recent too, like not recent, but like All Stars 3. So that's like
Girl.
2018, girl. You should know what a meme is. You just say Mimi, and Shangela was like, "What? How you mean a meme?"
Girl, get ready. They gonna meme your ass to death, bitch. Wait, what does meme mean? You know how they meme? Yeah, that.
I was gonna say, this is so off topic, but
okay.
I'm just thinking of like sweet tenor, and there's like sweet bass in my studio. And today we did a gift exchange. He told me today. See, I found out he's 23.
Oh wow.
He doesn't look 23.
Why are there so many like 23-year-olds?
I
Like,
don't know what's going on
there.
And a lot of them are in my freshman classes. Like one of the guys, like, he just got his degree and then immediately started a new one. Like, why are you doing that?
yeah.
Go get a master's or something. Anyways, so we did a gift exchange today. It was like $5. And by the way, no one followed that damn thing, and I looked stupid and broke giving my one thing of candy to my partner, to my person.
Your partner?
My person. My person.
He's your person.
Ew! Hate that guy. Also, I got called out in the middle of class. He was like, "I knew you got me because you followed me on Instagram last night." I was like,
Avery was following everyone in the world
I
on
was on a
Instagram last
following
night. Like,
spree last
she was
night.
like, should I follow this person?
like, these people, like, we're connected by like 4 different, like, you have to go through like 4 different chains. 4 different people to get to like our connection, and like they have no clue who I am, and I'm following, which is strange because I'm never going to follow first. But I was just on a spree last night and I got called out, and everyone was like, "Wow, she was really doing her research." hate this
For that
guy.
candy.
Mind you, I hate this guy. Yeah, I don't know how it's whatever. So back to the sweet base. Okay, he gives his gift to this twink in my 7R, and he hands over like a square of wrapping paper, like folded over like a little taco, and it's stuck together. And so he gives it to, there's two of them, by the way. I don't, like, it was just like 2 rolls. He hands it to Mr. Twink, and he starts to open it, and it's glitter glue. He had just held together glitter glue. And he was like, sorry, I didn't have any tape. And I was like, would you have glitter glue? And I was literally crying laughing. Everyone was sort of like, it was like an awkward vibe because they were like trying not to laugh, or they were just like confused, or like it was like supposed to be like a sweet like moment.
Yeah.
But I was like dying laughing. And then he opens it, and it's like a bar of chocolate. And then he also opens the other one that's glitter glued, and it slowly peels it. And it's a like screwdriver pen. Like it's like a pen, and you can click it, and then at the top there's like there's different screwdrivers. And this twink is like, oh my god, thank you, this is so cool. I was crying, and the guy was like, I bought it because it was green. Because we were given like their favorite candy, and
honestly,
then their favorite
best
color.
present ever. Honestly, best
Oh
present
my
ever.
God.
Like, I'm gonna get you something that's like red, like just because it's red.
I got it for you because it was green. So sweet. But like, what the hell? I was actually crying. But like, I felt bad for like laughing. But you just can't be doing that. Like, why do you have glitter glue?
Or like, just go get
That's
some
so
tape
niche.
from somewhere. Like, borrow tape from someone. Does
Nobody
not a
have
place
tape?
on earth have tape? Like, I don't know.
Or like a bag.
Yeah,
or
put it
what?
in a grocery
He also
bag.
showed up 30 minutes late, so he was really working hard on that.
He like actually was really struggling to find the tape, and he couldn't.
Oh my god, we didn't even talk about Adore, Delano, and Sasha. This is trans news segment.
Oh yes.
Adore, Delano, and Sasha Allen have started dating.
Yeah.
Which at first I was like, oh my god,
I
yes,
know.
because like T for T,
Exactly.
really love that. And we love Adore, and we love Sasha, and that's just really sweet. And then I was like, wait a minute. Believe Adore is like 33,
Right.
32.
Let's look up that
And
age gap.
then I was like, wait, Sasha doesn't look 32. And then I looked it up, and no, he is 23. So,
So there's that, and like you can just really sit with that and think about that, and you can think whatever you would like.
I really won't really say anything,
Right.
because like I feel like the opinion is yours to have. And I just have like just a lot of different opinions about that, but
But I guess congratulations, you guys.
congratulations, you guys. I will like I'm just gonna let it sit, because I'm not gonna make a definitive statement, because queer relationships are different.
You really never know.
Okay, like sometimes that will work. It's a little different. I just don't even know how to say this.
Well,
So, in this world, you are one of 3 people. You
Right.
fall into one of 3 categories.
Yeah.
And that is a drag queen, a judge, or the
pit crew. And so basically, like, pit crew, for those who don't watch Drag Race, because I know we talk about Drag Race all the time, pit crew is like RuPaul's little assistants, and they're guys, and they wear underwear.
They're always gonna be wearing really tight little briefs.
Yes.
And
but mainly, like, if you're pit crew, like, you're very, like, well, I don't want to say submissive because that sounds fucking weird, but like,
You're
you follow
submissive.
directions,
I'll
and
say
you're
it.
like, thank you for saying it.
You're welcome.
And like, you're really sweet. You're really sweet,
You're really sweet. You follow directions,
and you
well.
don't talk much.
You're quiet, which also means you're
Yeah.
packing, and also you're not arrogant at all. You're very humble.
Yeah.
You're very humble, and
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
always gonna lend a helping hand to those in need.
Of course.
If you're a drag queen, you've got a big side of your personality.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't always have to be
Very-
like the first thing about you.
No.
Like, you can have like a diva deep down, but you are a diva, and you're probably a little problematic, and
A little bit. And
are I don't know.
Just like big personality.
A little bit like opposite of pit crew.
Love to be like in the middle of the action. Love to be like doing that. And yeah. And then if you're a judge, like this, listen, a lot of different types of people can be judges. Like, because you really never know. Like, it's all about like who you are on the inside. Like, first of all, are you judgy? Like, obviously. Second of all, you can be like sort of mentors to other people. Like, you want to help them out and give them critiques and like help them.
Sure. And you believe in like the truth. Like, you believe in saying the truth first and foremost.
That as
like,
well.
You're never gonna, you got to be a very real person if you're gonna be a judge. There's no like skirting around. You can be nice. You could be nice or you could be mean, but you've got to be real. You know, drag queen is a little bit fake. Pit crew, like, they're kind of real, but they're not gonna say it. They don't have the guts. And so where do you guys think you fall?
Yeah, where do you guys fall? And I think I'm pretty pit crew. Like, I think like I'm pretty pit crew.
Okay, I think I'm pretty judge.
Yeah.
Fully. Yeah, I like, we need to give an example of someone who's a drag queen.
Well, I don't know. I feel like most people I know who I would consider like fully your 100% drag queen, like I don't like them, so like I don't want to talk about that.
Okay.
Like, I don't know anyone who I like. Who
hey,
I would
you don't have to talk about it, bro. Watching
queen.
season 2, they're like so nice. They're like, do you even want to talk about
sweet.
that? Okay, we don't have to talk about that if you don't want to.
Right.
But yeah, so okay, where do you fall?
Yeah, and I'm not saying if you're a drag queen I don't like you.
No,
that's not what I meant.
Just
if you're
like,
a drag queen, like, be who you are.
Honestly,
and I really support that.
Yeah, Jaden won't stop talking about getting back into drag.
Low-key Nana
is so drag queen. 100%.
Yeah,
100%. Maybe my mom as well. Yes, I think my mom as well.
I think she's also low-key judge though.
Just a little bit. Drag queen. You can also, there's a lot of mixing. You don't have to fall into one box. Okay.
Yes.
You can be like,
you can lean one way, but then also be one thing. Like,
yeah. So it just really it just really depends. Like Grayson, he has a little bit of judge to him.
I have a little bit of judge in me, like, and
like I have a little bit of queen in me as well.
Yeah,
like, it's there somewhere, but mostly just judge. And that's all I'm gonna say on that.
Yeah.
Today.
So comment down below who you are.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you if you're right or not.
We always saying like comment and we never get a single comment. Guys, please, can you just comment?
Can you please comment?
Please comment.
I'm being serious.
Please.
Like, I really want to know who you guys are. Like, please.
Guys, if you leave 5 comments on this post, I will post my boobs on,
oh my god,
Wethinks Instagram.
Can you guys please not do that? Like, can you actually please not?
And I'll block Grayson.
Okay,
maybe 5 comments is like a little bit too slim. Like 500 comments. And then
we get 500 comments. Watch out, world.
And then I'll do it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I like that. Well, I don't like that, but.
Well, Grayson has been running into a little bit of some craziness on campus lately. The singing.
Oh my god. Okay. So, for some reason, in the student union, there's 2 sides of the student union. Both sides each have their own piano.
Why?
I don't know why.
Don't
it's
know.
just out in the open for anyone in the world to play.
And yet we couldn't put in more
yeah
practice rooms.
What's up with that?
Yeah.
But for some reason, like, anytime I'm trying to study or anything, like, someone just gets on that damn piano and starts banging on that thing, which, like, now I'm kind of used to it a little bit, but it's still very annoying. But the other day I went into the student union and I was all alone in there. Not a single soul was in there, and this guy comes up to the piano and he starts playing, and then I hear him, like, sort of talking as well while he's playing, because I thought someone else was just talking, but it was him. And honestly, like,
would you like to hear it?
Honestly, I think they'd like to hear.
Okay. part one. And
Like, just imagine hearing that. And then he started fucking singing.
You
So,
just
like-
have to have quite a bit of confidence.
Well,
to
just
do that.
imagine, like, he's serenading you, singing about how he
Imagine.
wants to get you all alone, and you're, like, alone with him.
It's like you're the only person in the goddamn building.
Just so awkward. Like, why the fuck was he actually thinks he's fucking Hobo Johnson. Like, what is going on?
I kind of like him, you know?
You know? Ew. That
you
shit, like,
ever heard
really
of Hobo
pissed me off when he did that.
He's like, wow, that's a drag queen. Like, I've
Oh,
ever seen
he's
one.
so drag queen. He's, like, so outgoing and, like, really just, like, loves to entertain.
That just really takes a lot of guts to do.
Honestly, I'm so proud of
It's
him.
really beautiful. Thank
Proud
you
of
for
you,
sharing your
baby.
art form with that song.
Thank you for sharing, but you don't have to do it again. Like,
And
I think
then-
one time was enough.
He was in the other side of the student union, and there were bitches screaming the Wicked soundtrack.
Oh, yeah.
Which has been happening to me too, and honestly, like, I
Yeah.
liked Wicked and I saw it twice and I enjoyed the soundtrack, but if I have to hear you guys sing Defying Gravity or Popular or What Is This Feeling one more time,
I've had
going to
enough of
shoot
y'all.
myself.
I've had enough
but
of
I'm also
y'all.
going to point it a little bit so it shoots you too.
Right. It's gonna go through.
Like suicide bombing.
Right. But, yeah, that was just really pissing me off when they did that, though.
Yeah.
They were, like, belting. They
Literally
played the whole
belching.
soundtrack
Literally belching.
in order, except they skipped something. I forget.
Um,
They skipped one short day. I
did
don't
I-
know why they did that.
Did I ever play the video of my dad singing Trees on here?
I feel like you've had to.
Okay.
I think on the Jaden Carson episode.
Oh, yeah. I don't
think.
know if I've listened to that one back. We need to get Jaden Carson on here.
He'll be on
Over
someday.
the break, we'll do him, and we'll
For
also
sure.
get Olivia on. So, no worries, you guys.
Yeah,
Don't even fear.
Don't even worry because your favorites are going to be on.
Don't worry.
Yeah. I know y'all have missed Jaden Carson.
Well, I guess I can talk about how when I was a kid I like really thought I was about to change the world, because one time I told my babysitter while she was pushing me on the swings that I was going to be the first woman to marry another woman, and I was going to marry my friend Alyssa, and we were going to get married. We were going to have foster kids. And I thought about it like in a friend way.
Right.
I mean, I guess as bad as friendly as that can be. But we would always say, like, growing up, that we were gonna get, like, we didn't say we were gonna get married, but we said we were gonna, like, live together and, like, raise kids together. And we didn't ever bring up the possibility of another partner.
Of course not.
But I said, like, I was going to be the first woman, because I just didn't even know that was a thing.
Honestly,
You could,
made
like,
fucking history.
I didn't know it was a thing that women could get married to other women. Like, that was never a possibility spoke about growing up. I literally don't even know that lesbians crossed my mind until maybe 6th grade when I found out they were real. But, like, I would see them in public and I just had no clue.
Yeah.
Literally had no clue.
That was me up until, like, maybe 3rd grade. Because then
Maybe
watched
5th grade, actually.
I watched the Kids React video to gay wedding or marriage proposals, and I found out gay people existed. So
I just don't even know what I thought about gay people, because one time my sister, like, one time I had friends over and we accidentally said, like, I said that she was going to be, like, Princess of the Day or something. We were, like, making up characters. We were, like, 3rd grade. And then she was like, I thought you said Princess of the Gay. And my sister was like, what is that? And I pulled her into the closet and I was like, do not tell mom this. If I tell you this, you cannot tell mom. Like, you cannot say a single word. Like, don't let anyone know this happened. Ironically, it was in a closet. But I was like,
That's all-
gay is
honestly really
when
good.
two people, like, a woman likes a woman or a boy likes a boy. And it's like, just don't tell anyone, okay? And I thought I was literally going to be pulled down to the depths of hell. Like, I genuinely, like, actually, like, probably couldn't sleep for a week about that.
wow.
So, honestly shocked they were real.
Yeah, me too.
And yeah, I still was like, I'm gonna marry my best friend.
Right.
I just didn't think that was, like, connected.
Right.
I don't really
Being in
know.
love with another woman, but, like, that's not you.
Yeah, that's not me. I don't know who said that. That was me.
Definitely not.
It was like in a friend way.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would always say I had like friend crushes in like junior high and like elementary. But I just want to be her friend so bad. Like, she's so pretty and like really cool, and like she's really fun and really funny to talk to. Like, mind you, we were friends. I just wanted to be like
right. You wanted to be like
I want to be
best
better friends.
Mm-hmm.
If you know what I mean.
Uh-huh.
I just don't even know how to like describe like Jaden has a friend right now who's like low-key exploring like and discovering like
shout out to him,
discovering a little bit of gayness for the first time as like a sheltered Christian kid, and it is like just such an interesting experience that I think like a lot of people go through.
Yeah.
And wow, what a time in my life, like going through all of that the first time and like learning that it's okay to feel the things. I don't know, it's just a really crazy turn of events. Oh my god, this has nothing to do with any of that. Well, you should tell your trans story first.
Oh, well, it's not necessarily a story, but it just had to do with sort of what you were saying, where as a kid I was obsessed with trans people, like on the internet
young?
On probably like third or fourth grade.
Wow.
I started watching YouTube videos about trans people, and literally, like, I'm not even kidding, like that would probably take up probably a fourth of my watch history on YouTube as a kid.
Wow.
Was like just like trans people talking about being trans and like how they knew and like coming out to people. Like, I was obsessed. And it just never clicked to me.
Well, for me, like with trans people, for some reason gay, and it might have been like a little bit of like self-imposed, like I knew something was wrong about me or something, like subconsciously was more like homophobic growing up towards gay people, or just was uncomfortable with it, especially I think because the church tells you like you're not supposed to say anything, and my parents never brought it up growing up. But for some reason trans people like immediately like it just clicked for me. Like I remember being young, like watching, I don't know, like Nikki Tutorials or Antonio Garza, like being like 3rd, 4th, 5th grade, and like it just didn't even like,
no, it literally
finding
like
that out was not like world breaking for me at all. I was just like, okay,
I was like, okay, that's a thing that exists, and like
it made so much sense to me as a kid. Like I was like, that makes it, like gay people I think is very stigmatized, and it's a little bit like you're so used to seeing a certain thing. But I don't know, also when my sisters like my sisters knew Gray before he transitioned, and they were still very young when he was like coming around for the first time. And then when he came out, like my youngest sister was probably still like 6 or 7, and she was like, okay,
like she didn't even care. Like she was like, okay,
like
that's
my parents were like, my parents were telling me like if we need to explain anything to her, like just let us know if she's being a little weird about it, like let us know and we can explain. And they never even said a damn thing, and she was just like, yeah that's Grayson, who used to be blah blah blah. Yeah, that makes sense. Like it was never strange, and I think it's like I don't know, maybe because it's more about self-expression, I suppose.
Literally any kid I've ever met, like they just are, it's so easy to them,
which is strange to me that I think people would demonize like trans people over gay people, because in my opinion there is a little bit of nuance that I feel like people could spin in like gay culture becoming mainstream, because a lot of that is not suitable for kids, and a lot of kids like accidentally can fall into that. Of course, doesn't mean it shouldn't be mainstream, but there is like some nuance and some issues that come into like young kids being a part of gay culture, which for some reason the mainstream is like can be very like over sexualized. But there's nothing inherently sexual about trans people. Go figure. Like I'm like spouting crazy knowledge right now, and it's just so strange to me that like they would be demonizing that. Especially I think we were making good strides for a while with like in trans history, and like I don't know. Yeah. It's just interesting to me because especially kids, so like you're gonna ruin kids, you're gonna like freak them out. The kids are gonna want to transition. Like kids have always been okay with that,
right? Literally any kid I knew growing up, like, or not growing up, but like if they knew about trans people, like they were fine with it,
right?
I don't really know like where that came from. But
because kids love to play dress up. They don't care. Kids will play the dad of the family.
Exactly.
It doesn't even matter. You know. Crazy, go figure. I was gonna say, I was talking to Jaden about this the other day, but I don't think I've told the story on the podcast. It's not really my story. It's just like something I experienced growing up. And there's this church called Bethel Church, and some of this like came back up because we were doing research, me and Jaden, about this last night, and I was like, oh my god, I forgot to tell you the story. When I was in 8th grade, it was 2019, December 2019, one of the pastor's family, important people in the church, their daughter, who was 2 years old, she passed away in her sleep. Very sad, very upsetting, obviously very traumatic for the family. However, they decided to then cope with it by starting this campaign called #WakeUpOlive. And for months, I think it ended in February 2020, nonstop my feed, because I followed a lot of Christian people. I was still like Christian. At that time, all my feed on Instagram was just like, we're holding this, like, I mean, the church has satellite campuses all over the U.S. Like, we're holding this all-night prayer event across America to raise back Olive from the dead. And guys, if we pray harder, like, we believe in a God of miracles.
That's just crazy. I forgot about that.
Obviously, Bethel Church is a little bit different than the regular Christian church. I think they aren't as far-fetched as Christians would like to say they are. I think a lot of like mainstream evangelicals think Bethel's kind of like a cult sort of thing. Obviously, I definitely agree, but I don't think evangelical Christianity and sort of Bethel, like missionary Christianity, they like believe in doing miracles and everything. They're very like what is that called? Starts with IP, I want to say. Pentecostal. Sort of church. I don't think it's that far-fetched anymore, unfortunately. Obviously, Bethel is a little bit crazy, and this is a crazy example, and I'm not trying to make any point other than the fact that watching that growing up was, like, a big turning point for me. Or I was like, wait a minute, what's going on? Like, what do you mean your kid gets to be raised from the dead?
Right.
I don't understand. I think it was an example of, like, you know, people who are grieving and going through extreme denial, who also have predisposition, is that the right word?
Well,
to like maybe certain mental states of mania, people who uphold, and like they have a strong inner group of people who uphold, you know, visions and mentally ill situations. I think it leads to delusion, and you know, the power that you give to these people who are higher up, it sort of creates like a self-importantness and like a disconnect from reality. So all of that, you know, came into factor, but I just always forget that happened in my lifetime, and I witnessed that. Like, and I mean, in February, I just think it's a very interesting story. Like, in February, they literally were like, our prayers weren't answered. And we just believe now. They were like, we believe that was for a reason. Like, Olive's at a better place now. Are you saying that now? Right. I think the confirmation bias is a little bit insane. Which I do sort of, like, Bethel is one of the only, you know, organizations who I think is a little bit brave in their prayers, but part of me was like, it kind of unraveled the whole thing of, like, exactly. Like, people don't pray for their cancer to be healed. Maybe this is why. Like, they always only wait until after it's been healed to be like, God did this. In the moment, you're never going to say that because there's no guarantee. And people will say, oh, that's just God, you know, being God. But to me, that was kind of a big moment of like, wait a second. That's incorrect statistics and incorrect, you know, psychology, philosophy, to be like, oh, now, actually, just kidding. Like, we were saying this is the only right thing that God could do, but now we're just kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just was remembering that story and, like, how fucking crazy it is. Because that's the same church that'll be like, Daddy God, like, he tucked me in last night. Like, I saw him he came down to kiss me on the cheek and tucked me in. Like, honestly, where is that? Like, I feel like my life would be, I would be so much happier
if Daddy God came to tuck you in.
yeah.
That's like what I thought was happening to people when I was little, and it just wasn't happening to me. Like, I was like, wait, where is he?
Like, I just thought there was like something I was like, a feeling I was lacking. Like, people were like, you will know when the Holy Spirit's talking to you. And then as I grew up, I was like I would just come up with something, and then the people around me, grown adults, would be like, yes, exactly. Like, I'd be like, well, I do get chills whenever I pray to God, because, you know, obviously that's like very profound and emotional to someone who believes in that. And they're like, yep, that's it, that's exactly it, you're right, that's how you feel God, that's how I feel God too. And I'd be like, oh my God, really? I got it, I did it. I did the thing, you guys. But a lot of, like, I think one of the lasting impressions of that is like people say like, oh, I go to like concerts and like I feel the same. For me, it's like watching a really good music video. Like, that is my religious experience now. Watching a good lip sync.
Literally.
That's my
seeing a good reveal.
Experience. Yes, a reveal. Peekaroo. Everything comes back to RuPaul's Drag Race.
Literally everything.
I think like my like replacement for religion for a while was like psychology. For some reason, like, that was like the end all for me when I started taking psychology, and like I was able to like explore the same things religion gave me the outlet to explore, like the big questions of why, and sort of like things we can't measure. Except with psychology, you can measure it. It's just a bit more like conceptual. It's a bit more conceptual with psychology, and not as, you know, data driven. But that was like everything for me. Then I was like, wait a minute, I can be fulfilled in ways other than the church. And this has science and does less harm to people.
I love psychology.
I kind of wish I was taking a psychology class again. I also just keep wanting to study religion, but what the hell am I going to do with that?
Yeah, probably nothing much.
Probably nothing much. That'll be my, like, going back with my backpack when I'm, like, 45.
And you're going to look so cute on campus.
Yeah. Nayeli, one of my friends, and I were talking. You can decide if you want to bleep that or not. I don't care.
All right.
We were in the bathroom, like, waiting for one of our friends, and we were looking in the mirror, and she was like, I can't believe I'm going to get old one day. And I was like, I just don't have that, like, feeling. I'm like, I don't know. I think I'm going to be a really good-looking old lady. And, like, I just feel like looking ahead doesn't scare me as much as, like, looking behind sometimes does.
I agree.
I change so much, and, like, things are so different now. But, like, I never get existential thinking about what it will be like.
I do agree with that.
I'm, like, a bit more excited to have, like, a stable income.
Yeah.
And I was literally just thinking about this and thinking about writing it down in the notes, and then I didn't. But, like, going home for the holidays, like, and then coming back here made me realize, like, how lucky I am to live on my own, and to, like, it's just such a good privilege to be in my own space with my nice roommate who I love to share things with.
I love to share things with you.
like even I came home, I got chocolate from our gift exchange, and I was like, if I was at my house, I would literally be hiding it in my room, like, not telling anyone I got anything, but here I am pouring it into our communal Santa boot.
And that's beautiful.
And that's beautiful.
Our
and
Santa
that's
boot.
progression. And the Santa boot. I really want to wear it, bro.
Avery kept, like, trying to kick it yesterday, and it almost fell off the table.
Can someone make me a pair of ceramic boots? That's actually
Why don't
the
you
next
just buy?
thing.
You don't want to just buy a Santa boot, like, you need it to be ceramic,
It needs to be ceramic.
like clogs.
It needs to be, like, hard and metal.
Oh, okay. I don't think you would like that, though.
No, but I would like to know what it's like.
Okay. I guess so.
That's our Santa boot with chocolate
Santa
in it.
boot.
But yeah, I love, you know, being on my own, and I can't wait to get another apartment and keep the thing on my own.
I can't wait to keep growing up and having things going on.
Yes, I'm really enjoying the privileges of growing up. It's really awesome.
Although I do like 100% like looking back is scary because I was like, holy shit, like all of my like high school is all done. Like any stories I have to tell people from that is over. Like,
Absolutely.
That's crazy.
I definitely hated high school, but like looking back now, it's like more emotional because there's like a sense of like, it's a different type of freedom, but it's like just such a fun experience. Like being like, it's like Stockholm syndrome. Is that it? Stockholm? Is that it?
You said it right.
Okay. Of like having all these rules, but then like being able to break them and like having to work around the confines of certain things, and like being rebellious in high school and like sneaking out and shit, and like I think like being in a young relationship where I have like had rules and restrictions and was like keeping it a secret, like it's just so fun. Like it was just such a fun time of being rebellious and stupid and literally hated everything. But like that was like part of the enjoyment, I guess.
Yeah.
Now I do enjoy. I really enjoy being able to be like, I'm an adult. Like I went home and like I do have to worry about consequences of my actions, obviously, but now it's natural consequences. And I am so much more okay with that. Like natural consequences of my actions and what happens to me, and it's not like set consequences. This will happen if you do this. If we catch you doing this, you will get this. If you say this, you will lose this. Like it's more like what will be. And then it kind of allows me to be the judge of morality.
Yeah. Wow. That was beautiful.
Thank you.
I really
See, I'm like Miss Fame. I feel like Miss Fame. When I talk too much, I feel like Miss Fame. How's my head? Like, it's just a lot going on. There's a lot going on at the moment. Fine.
I do like that. I guess I like her a little bit.
Not quite.
Honestly, I really need to like look back at Miss Fame and like get back into
so
her.
Sweet. I'm just so like I just feel like her a lot. I'm just like always talking about nothing. And like Miss Fame, like she's honestly like she says a lot that's like valuable, but like she just keeps going. Like everything will turn into something else, and like everything will turn into a more deeper, and there's always a deeper meaning, and that's just me. It's just me.
Well, who am I?
What if I said Trixie? I'm just kidding.
Are you being serious?
I'm actually kidding. Wait, I have to think. I actually have to think.
You better pick someone good.
Okay, I'm thinking. I'm thinking of someone from a recent season, but I don't know who.
Who?
I don't know. Maybe someone from season 16. Oh, I was gonna say Tsunami, because she's shady sometimes, and she's kind of a bitch, and she can be a bitch, but like she has to be influenced by people first. Yeah. Not influenced, but like she needs someone to bring her out of her shell. And she's a sweetie. And she's sickening, but she's also like, she's a little bit mean, but no one really knows that. No one really catches on and turns against her.
I like that. Honestly, good choice.
Tsunami Muse. I miss her too. Too sweet. If Jada was a drag queen, she'd be. My boyfriend was a drag queen. She'd be she'd be Ivy Winters.
Yeah, that's really good. I was also gonna say like Alexis Mateo.
Actually,
like kind of like a good, kind of a good mix of both.
Alexis is like sentences like that is Jada.
And she's always like she's saying stuff that like she's wording things wrong, like, and sometimes like she gets things wrong.
I would never be upset that if I didn't win. Like I don't know, it's like sometimes she says the right thing, she just like phrases it wrong, and that is just so very Jaden. And she is a sweetie. I feel like that might be Jaden, because also, I think so. Like if he was a drag queen, his looks wouldn't quite be Ivy Winters like level. Sorry, babe. What? Like, Ivy is, like, such a talent. Like, she is, like, full round.
Maybe Trulia just needs a little more work. Like, maybe she'll get there, though.
Like, Ivy Winter is a very seasoned queen.
I don't know. I have faith in Trulia.
And Alexis is, too, but I just, like, I feel like that is so much more Jaden, I think.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
She's a sweetie. But
she's so sweet. She loves to smile.
And her little tongue comes through.
Ew.
And that is also Jaden. Put that picture up.
Oh my god.
I don't even know what picture.
I don't know. I'll put one up.
We'll find one, trust.
Naughty Jaden? Should I put that one up?
How's this for naughty? That's pretty good.
I do not fuck with naughty Jaden.
Me neither. Me neither. He need to be punished. I think that's all of our notes today. I think that's all the talking I could do.
Yeah.
We're gonna go eat our pizza, and I'm gonna work on my project I haven't started. That's due in like 3 hours. 2 hours, actually. No, 3 hours.
Well,
just gotta get going.
All right. And I'm gonna work on my diamond painting tonight, and also probably find some shoes to put on my Christmas list.
I just really need a diamond painting.
I'm getting you one for Christmas.
Can you give me a custom one of a monkey?
Maybe. We'll see. I don't know.
Okay. Your Christmas gift is like weirdly expensive. Like
I have nothing for you, so I have no clue what I'm getting.
I did not think it was gonna be that expensive, but it is very expensive. Which sucks because I was trying to get you like 3 gifts in one. So thrift store's gonna have to come in clutch. But
I guess so.
I'll keep you guys updated.
Okay. Well, thanks for watching, you guys.